Hey everyone, welcome back to 90 Days of Recovery After Narcissistic Abuse. I am Kayla Nicole 999. This is my dog Corbin. He has decided to join us for this video. Sorry I didn't post last week. February just hit like a ton of bricks, you guys. Y'all know how I fell in love with my best friend's ex-boyfriend. And that the first time that him and I accidentally kind of hooked up, we didn't sleep together that night, but that was in the end of January. So, you know, that anniversary passed. You can see Corbin's being very supportive here, listening to my story. That anniversary passed, and then February hit, and I had a family member commit suicide last February, and this is the first anniversary of that coming up. So it's been hard. I'm still grieving. I call the man that broke my heart my best friend's ex-boyfriend 314. There's a reason I gave him that nickname, but anyway, throughout the purpose of referring to him and keeping his identity a secret, I'll be referring to him as 314. I thought I was over 314. I thought I was over the situation with my ex-best friend. I had been doing really good. I wasn't really thinking about them. And then Facebook memories popped up, and it reminded me of the day that all of this began 3 years ago. PTSD hit pretty hard, and I'm filing bankruptcy, and you know, when life gives you lemons. So anyway, I'm trying to get through, but it's been hard. I just woke up from a nap. I still have to do my hair and do my makeup so I can make content and cam. I'm having a really hard time working this month. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to get into the symptoms of covert narcissism, but I'm not going to discuss all of them. I think I've been having a hard time coming up with topics, and I'm going to discuss one specific topic of covert narcissism for the next few videos. But anyway, I'm sorry I didn't post last week. I know I said I was going to post every Monday. I'm trying to do that. So we're starting over again. And what video is this? This is the video for, that's a very good question. I should have looked that up before, but I didn't. Let's see. Oh, okay, so the other week's video was day 23, and we talked about love bombing. So this is gonna be the video for day 24. And the specific symptom of covert narcissism that we're going to talk about today is a tendency to hold grudges. So covert narcissism is really hard to identify because they're not a malignant narcissist. They're not very flamboyant with their narcissism. They don't treat everybody like crap, and hell, they don't even treat you like crap all the time, you know? They usually play the role of that really caring, concerned friend, which is exactly what my ex-best friend used to do. But I didn't realize that she was controlling me and the others with her care and concern. So an article that I read that I'm looking at right now still, it said that someone with covert narcissism may hold grudges for a very long time. And this happens, you know, when they feel that they've been treated unfairly. They might be very passive-aggressive. That's another symptom, but we'll talk about that one more later. So passive-aggressive meaning that, you know, they may be incredibly mad at the moment, but not say anything. And they may hold a grudge for a really, really, really long time, like waiting for the perfect opportunity to get their revenge on the person. And their revenge, like, it could be subtle. passive aggressive, you know, and it could be over something really, really petty. So let's just get into what happened with holding a grudge and the reason why I'm thinking about it today. Okay, so I have never slept with any of my best friends, or ex-best friends, boyfriends. Never. Not throughout the entire 13 years we knew each other. I never dated one of her boyfriends. 314 is the only ex-boyfriend of hers that I ever started seeing. But before this, if we rewind all the way back to 2006, there was an incident, and we were at the bar, and she had brought a friend with her, a male friend, and she introduced this guy as a friend. Hey, this is my friend so-and-so. She never told me that she liked him. She never said a word. The male friend began flirting with me. I was drunk. I began flirting back. She was pissed, and I could tell that she was pissed. I didn't know why she was mad. To me, it was just like any normal night. But it wasn't. You know, we get in the car to leave with her, him and I both. And as we're leaving the parking lot, she wrecks her fucking car. Now, she was a very good driver, and it was very surprising to me that she wrecked her car. And at the time, I honestly believed that it was just an accident. So anyway, I had my other friend that was there with us, and we had to call him up. And he came and he saved us all. You know, he picked us up, he took us all home. The male friend had to stay with me because I had to take him back to where he lived, and he lived very far away. It was like an hour drive away from where we lived, and obviously she had wrecked her car, so she couldn't take him back. So we dropped her off at her house. You know, that friend that I had who picked us all up, he was wonderful. He was our savior. Unfortunately, he's another friend of mine that passed from suicide a few years ago. I miss him. He was my best friend. He was my real best friend, you know. He was the kind of guy that would do anything for anyone. I wish he was still here. So anyway, I take the guy back to my place. I take him back to his place. We spend like, I don't know, 24 hours together. We did end up having sex. It was terrible. He was not anyone that I ever wanted to see again. My best friend, I say that in quotes because she was never my best friend, or air quotes, you know, she was never my best friend. She was still mad. I still didn't know why she was mad. I didn't ask why she was mad. Like, I don't know why I didn't ask why she was mad. I think there was just so much going on that I couldn't really piece together what was going on. It wasn't a bad accident. Nobody was hurt in the accident, but it did total her car. So days later, she finally tells me that she liked this guy. And I was just like, what the hell? Why didn't you tell me that you liked him at the bar? All you had to say, you know, just nudge me and be like, hey, Kayla, I'm into him. And I would have said, oh, hey, sorry. And I would have backed off. And I would have, you know, stopped flirting with him. I would have told him to stop flirting with me. I'm not the kind of girl who goes after my friends' boyfriends or guys that they like. Like, that's just never been who I am. In 2018, I never intended to fall for her ex-boyfriend. But the thing about feelings, you can't choose who you have romantic feelings for. Life doesn't work that way. And you also can't just turn your romantic feelings for somebody off. I wish, you know, I wish we could. Anyway, I didn't realize she was holding a grudge, you know, but years went on, and I stopped talking to her in 2013 because she was kind of this awful person, and I didn't want to be around her, so I completely cut contact with her. But then when I found out that she had broke up with her ex-boyfriend, 314, the one that I later and she had moved back home, I contacted her, you know, and said, hey, if you need a friend, I'm here, because I thought it was the right thing to do, and it was a huge mistake. And I realized that she was still holding a grudge over this thing, this petty thing that happened in 2006. In like 2016 or 2017, because we're in an Uber one night, and I don't even remember where we're going. And she's talking to the Uber driver, and she's telling him how we've been best friends for years. And then she goes on and she's like, we've been best friends for years, and we've never shared a guy, except for this one time. And I'm just looking at her, and I'm like, not saying anything. But in my head, I'm like, why the fuck are you telling the Uber driver this? And why are you bringing this up? She brought up that guy from 2006. It's been 10 years. Maybe even 11 years. I don't remember when it was, but it was after we reconnected in 2016. And it's none of our Uber driver's business. Well, she was bringing it up because she was still mad at me. She was still holding a grudge over this incredibly petty thing that happened 10 years ago. And I didn't realize it. You know, there were so many signs of narcissism with my ex-best friend that I just didn't realize. You know, we all make mistakes. That was a mistake. And was it my fault? No, it wasn't my fault whatsoever, because she never told me that she liked him. She just got mad. She was being super passive aggressive about it. Yet she's still like talking about it 10 years later and holding this grudge 10 years later. I should have known something was up then, but, you know, I wasn't really too knowledgeable on narcissism. I never really had a reason to study narcissism in the past. You know, mistakes happen, and when someone continues to hold a grudge on you for a mistake that happened years ago, it's not healthy. And you don't have to go through it. So I look back now and I look at all of the red flags that were there, and I ignored them. I ignored every single fucking red flag that was there. Which is my fault, you know? This girl fucked me over so badly in the end. You know, she started a rumor. She's tried to destroy my life. I lost all of my friends. And why? Because I fell in love with her ex-boyfriend, who she hadn't been with in 2 years, when she was getting married to another man. And she's still friends with her ex-boyfriend. She's still friends with 314. Why? Because he has money. He was financially supporting her still after they broke up. From what I heard from a person that I'm no longer connected with, but his best male friend, 314's best male friend, he was still, both 314 and his best male friend were financially supporting this girl after she married the new guy. Fucking ridiculous. But, you know, she's a very manipulative person. So that's my story about a covert narcissist holding a grudge. I encourage you to really study narcissism. And I've been really bad about linking to other videos, but I'm going to try to go back through my videos and get caught up on all of that. I'm sorry, you guys. But, you know, it's hard to identify someone with narcissism because we all have narcissistic traits. And in order to actually be labeled a narcissist in the mental health field, they have to meet a certain criteria. They have to meet a certain number of these traits. And we are not mental health professionals. We can't diagnose somebody. But it's still a good idea to be knowledgeable about these things, you know, because you're never going to win with a narcissist, and it's not fair for you to be treated badly. So I highly encourage you to cut contact, just go no contact with your narcissist or suspected narcissist, if you can. You know, if you can't, there's other ways to deal with it, and I don't know those other ways to deal with it, because I had to eventually come to terms with, I just have to cut contact with my narcissist, and I can never speak to my narcissist again. And I say narcissist because I have 2 narcissists. One of them is my mother, and it's been almost 2 years since I've spoke to my mother. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. You know, but there's other people going through this. There's support. The recovery process is hell, but you'll get through it. And your life is going to be so much better without narcissists in it, I promise you. So I'm going to end this video here. But if you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. The best way to stay connected with me, the best way to help me out right now with everything that I'm dealing with, is just subscribe to my channel. So if you want to stay connected with me and be alerted whenever I release a new video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am going to link to another video about narcissism, probably not one of my own. I'm probably going to find another video on YouTube and link to that about covert narcissism. And for the next few weeks, we're just going to be talking about the symptoms of covert narcissism. There's quite a few symptoms of covert narcissism, and, you know, it's something you should really watch out for. That caring, controlling friend may not just be, you know, caring. They may be trying to control you because they may be a narcissist. And, you know, I think our society focuses on male narcissists. Well, I've known more female narcissists than male narcissists. I suspect that I've dealt with a few male narcissists as well, but the worst problems I've ever had have come from female narcissists. So, you know, just be aware of that. And focus on yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta do what's best for you. Don't let other people control you. Don't be the person they want you to be. This is your life. Go live your life and do the things that make you happy. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This video was much, much longer than I intended for it to be. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you have any questions for me, be sure to drop them in the comments. If you just want to chat, if you just want to share your experiences with narcissism, please chat with me in the comments. I would love to just talk to you. I will thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.